Hello. Okay, this is Unfiltered, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Okay, so this week I'm doing a new format. I realized because I'm doing so much every week, I'm not going to work every day. So every week it's so unpredictable and there's so much going on. I can't just talk off the bat. So I did a lot of mental preparation. This is something I used to do, and I've kind of set it up so it's easy to understand. So up top, here's all the positive things that happened this week. Here's all the negative things that happened this week. And with every negative thing, I proposed a possible solution or something I learned from the experience, and I'm gonna go over that with you guys, so it's a little bit more clear. That's something I really like to do because you recount everything that's positive and everything that's negative. You propose some kind of solution so your life does or possibly will get better. Even if it doesn't get better, it's definitely something that makes you happy because there's hope there. You're not doing the same thing again and again. So real quick, this is my goals for this week. More sunshine and warmth, plan for Europe, and start on taxes. You notice I have these little words here. I was looking at what are the feelings that it would bring if I had that. So having more sunshine gives me more control and power because my hands and feet would be more warm. Planning for Europe allows me to feel more prepared, and starting on taxes gives me more control on life. Okay. Oh, and something I have been doing. Let's see if you can see. All right. So there's that thing right there, and that's a wall of affirmations that I've been writing. I've been writing down stuff like I feel a connection and camaraderie with my friends. I have a strong, resilient body, and I take care of it through replenishing, re-energizing, recovery rituals. Anyways, just affirmations I think off the top of my head, and every time I have a thought or a wish, I write it down. And recently, it's been really helping me. Like I've been writing stuff, and like my wishes have been coming true within days. So that's cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go over and kind of read it through. So positive things. No date with Karen. Oh, okay, so there's a girl I met a while ago, and she was really pretty, but I didn't get along with her. And I asked if she wanted to hang out, but she lived far away, and I didn't really want to hang out with her because we just didn't click and get along. And I was like, oh, I'm leaving anyways. I should give it a try. You never know. And then after a while, I was like, oh, you know what? I kept on changing my schedule because I was really reluctant. And she was like, you know what? Forget it. Let's just not do this. And then I was like, oh, thank God. And I was surprisingly happy, that, um, I didn't go hang out with the girl just for the sake, even though I didn't like her. I'm just happy, even though she was really pretty. Hung out with a lot of my friends. My friend Kevin came from San Francisco. My friend Chris Legaspi came all the way down from Hollywood to draw with us at a figure drawing workshop, and that was very cool. Here are some like the sketches and everything. These are some like the better ones that I liked. Like here's some paintings and stuff. Here's more. So these were done like in like 15-20 minutes, and that was really cool because it really helped me. I really pushed through that one. This one was really hard. It originally looked like crap, and I was doing like studies and trying to figure things out. And here, there's a girl at the workshop that was giving me fashion tips because I asked for them, and she was telling me like, go to Pinterest or lookbook.com or Reddit, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. But it was because she dressed fashionably, and I was like, hey, like my New Year's resolution is to get better at fashion. Like, do you have any tips? And she was like, she like looks at me up and down, and she's like, how's that going for you? And I was wearing like sweats and like old ratty shoes and like a Spartan Run t-shirt, and it was like so embarrassing. It was funny because she was like, I think she was just out of high school or something too, but she was really tall, and it felt it felt it felt a release, like relieving to be like, hey, I'm a total newbie at this. I'm a beginner. I suck at fashion. Sensei, please give me some advice. And it just felt really good because with art, I'm like really good, and I'm afraid of like messing up and looking good. But with fashion, I'm like just like, hey, like anything, like any websites or any tips. it'd be helpful. Recently, some things I've been learning about fashion include like I treat it like I think analogy is you have to treat it like Pokemon, like different kinds of Pokemon. So there's different styles of fashion. For example, preppy fashion. I kind of got that down. There's active wear, sporty fashion, which is like another thing. And then there's like in between professional and like sporty. There's like the casual stuff, which is kind of difficult. Different styles include like goth, or like hipster, or like California Hollister-ish beach wear, or like what's another? I mean, girls would be like Lolita or something. Another one would be like like Vans, like the skater wear fashion. And those are all different like niches. And from what I understand, it's like they're different Pokemon. You have to buy separate wardrobes for each style. It's not like just because you are good at professional, like I'm good at professional wear. I can go to work and I look good. I'm from the East Coast, and basically GQ like details. It's like all professional wear, like those magazines. But there's different types of Pokemon, and then you have to train each one of them individually. So that's something been learning. Oh man, another cool thing was on Thursday I went to hang out with my friend Ether, who was who was my coworker at Disneyland. I started talking to him again because I asked him to write a recommendation letter for me, and he was playing at a show because he's in a band. And what was really cool was originally I was gonna go, but I started feeling really sick, So I was like, yo man, I don't think I'm gonna go because I need to sleep early. His show was at 11 and I wasn't feeling too good. And he was like, yeah, sure. But, I wanted to see him because he wrote the recommendation letter for me. I'll probably be leaving for Europe in a while. And he's like one of my best friends. And I was like, you know what? Maybe is it okay if I show up a little earlier and just hang out? So I showed up around 9 before the show. And then we just hung out for like half an hour and talked. And then I left. And it was really cool because, even though I didn't stay for the show, it was just really cool experience just talking with him. And that was definitely one of the highlights of my week. I was talking to him about possibly teaching name painting and stuff. I was trying to see if he'd be interested in, expanding his business, trying to, talk to him. And it was just really cool. Also on Wednesday, another thing is also on Wednesday, I made a data healing video with my friend Jonathan Liu, the founder of Project Life Coach. The co-founder. We started it together. And it was a really good video. What was really cool was I was having trouble communicating with John for a while. And with the data healing video, I think I was able to better understand him. But also, it was the first time doing like a dual commentary for data healing. So it was a new type of video. Also, it was a video that was filmed entirely outside. So we get like California sun and palm trees in the background. It's a super cool video. You guys stay tuned. Also, So also had a client lunch, had a lunch with my clients, Kim and Justin, this week. And that was really cool. We went to this really fancy Italian restaurant called North. And after lunch, we talked about something interesting, which was possibly teaching them name painting. And that kind of sparked the idea, which I told to my friend Ether. But I'm pretty excited about it because I just am. It's like I'm kind of tired of doing name paintings. It's something I already know how to do. But teaching it, that's pretty cool. One of the reasons is that when I'm at Europe and let's say I'm posting the videos out and I'm doing an online course, then I can still make money while I'm like traveling around Europe, because people just download and watch the videos. And I'm like, wow, that would be like really cool. And of course, it's a way to leave my legacy because, I do want to move on into other things. And I think it would be nice to just give back to the community. And a lot of people want to learn name painting. I think it'd be good for business too. One thing I was telling Ether was like, eventually, like people in oil painting, they pay like $300 for a masterclass with like a master artist. It's really possible that, let's say I have a 2-day, 16-hour workshop teaching name painting, and people could possibly pay, $600 for a 2-day workshop, 16 hours a day. If I were to have 10 students times $600, that's like $6,000 in a weekend. So teaching name painting could be a lot more profitable than name painting itself, which is just mind blowing. And possibly it can just elevate, I can build a community, it can elevate the art form, and just a lot more money will be able to, a lot more people will be able to enjoy and appreciate the art form too. So business wise, creatively wise, just helping people wise, it seems really like a really solid plan. And it's something I haven't really felt this excited about something new for a long time. I remember when I first started name painting back in like 3-4 years ago, starting my own business, I was really excited. And recently I've just been like, and just thinking about teaching name painting and, with my friend Ether, and I could possibly do online classes and he would do like in-person classes, when I'm away. And, it seems kind of interesting to me. Yeah. So also bought tickets to London this week. Been doing that. I'll probably be doing more Europe stuff. Oh, I need to do taxes. I was going to hire an accountant, but I might just do it myself, because I might be a full-time employee, and when you're a full-time employee, taxes are really easy. Right now, I have my own business and stuff, so that's more complicated. Did a Disney Ron Husband workshop at Art Institute, and that was a pretty cool workshop. Got my hair cut, looks great. Bought some really cool track pants and shoes from Big Five. Oh, they have really affordable stuff there, man. A haircut, let's see. What else? Oh, yeah, I got my credit card for travel. I got a special Chase Sapphire card. Sounds like a sponsored thing, but it's not. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I was having like girl problems. Like there was this girl who didn't want to have dinner with me, and then I was like really upset. I was like, oh, I'm so tired. And so I was texting my friend Pam, who's like my female friend, and then after a little bit of complaining, she was like, Chris. Well, first of all, she was like, oh, you shouldn't like talk to this girl, it sounds like a bad relationship, but she said, girlfriends aren't a hobby, girlfriends are a partnership. And then for some reason I was like, oh, it like completely blew my mind because, well, I don't know why it blew my mind, but I think I do treat girls like a hobby, like a challenge, and, having a girlfriend is victory. And yeah. So yeah, I need to understand what it means to be in a relationship, what it means to be in a partnership, because a lot of times I don't really do this partnership thing very well. I live life in terms of a competition. I try to be the very best. And the whole idea of being in a family or being a partner with someone, that's something that I don't excel at or do very well. But definitely it's something I want to learn though, because I like the camaraderie, Okay, wow, this is a long video, but I think I'm getting a lot out of this just saying this stuff, so I'll keep doing it. Okay, let's see. So that was all the positive parts of this week. The negative parts of the week include when I was buying clothes this week, I was kind of shopping for some hiking, some like European cold weather clothes, because it's going to be colder in Europe than it is in sunny California. So I was going to a place like REI, Sports Authority, Sports Chalet, Big Five, and I was buying stuff online like a compass and books, watercolor palette. It was just so much decision making that I eventually got really burned out. Let me see. I went on a date with a girl I was just telling you about, and she ended up showing up at the wrong location, and she was like, I was a half hour late, but then she was another half hour late, so our date was like we started at like 9 o'clock, and it got really cold, and the entire time I was just really angry and frustrated. I was trying to show her a video of my Shanghai trip. Let me see. If I would learn anything, I think I probably should have just sat down, got the video, and got the gifts out of the way, and then walked around. I could have handled the date better. I think I also could be more flexible. I was really rigid, and overall, I feel like this relationship isn't really good. Just because she's my ex-girlfriend, she told me she didn't want to be in the relationship because she doesn't have time for me, um, and I'm still kind of like chasing her. And I think there's something definitely wrong with that. And it's something I want to explore using a data healing video. Find out, why do I have these? I feel like I have a lot of toxic relationships. Like, even though I've known this girl for like 2 years, I don't know where she works, I don't know where she lives, and I don't really know anything much about her. It's just really weird. But it's like I really enjoy the chase. I see this as a game or something, probably. But it's almost like the harder it is to get the girl, the more I am attracted to them. And yeah, it's kind of something I'll dig into, using some therapy. I was gonna say, with a decision making thing, I think what I do want to do. So here's my thing. So with every negative experience, I have something positive and learning next to it. Yeah, I want to do the most important stuff first. Okay, let's see what else. Workshop. Oh, when I was at the workshop, this is positive, but when I was at the Art Institute workshop, something really cool happened. Afterwards, when we were sitting around, I was talking to my friend who was, having problems really similar to mine. He was saying that, he works for his parents, and he wants to get an art job as a professional artist, but what's holding him back is that he doesn't know what his parents are going to do if he were to get the job. He feel like no one would take care of the store, they would get upset, blah blah blah. And I was like, that's like what I'm going through with the whole possibly moving to Orlando thing. So I told him, I think what most people would tell him to do is focus on what you want. What do you know what you want? Focus on the positive. So instead, I've told him, why don't you focus on the negative? And I was like, what are you afraid of happening the most? And make contingency plans for that. So basically, it's like, let's say so what that would mean is, if he were to take on another job and let his parents take over the shop, how would he train someone else? Would he write a manual? Like, what is his contingency option backup plans? And that's what I was encouraging him to do, is face your fears and address them one by one, instead of just focusing on what you want. Oh, thirsty. This is a long video. Oh, I missed a TA event. I missed a work event that I was supposed to do photography before. It was kind of last minute, and I was like, oh, I wish I don't have to go. But I didn't get in trouble with it, but I felt kind of bad. And the guy was like, oh, are you going to be at the event? Oh, we didn't get any photos then. And I was like, oh, shit, that's my responsibility. So I learned that I should speak up, do things earlier if I can't make it, and find someone. So I did email 2 people and asked if they would be my replacement, because I'm leaving soon. My room is by the way, my room is really messy this week. I haven't been having a good handle on things, just too much. I think I've been too rigid. My February goal was to be more structured, but I think I'm too structured. Okay, let's see. Oh, look, this times thing. It says, I don't believe in making goals. And basically what this woman was saying, like, it's nice to have like the flexibility. And that was a pretty interesting article. She says, if you set goals, you keep yourself from interesting sidetracks. Yeah. And then she's like, something about real estate, and then running a store, and then writing a cookbook, and complicate your professional life but not your personal life. Yeah, something, I don't know. But yeah, interesting. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next week. So next week I'm going to it was here. Where'd it go? Shit. Okay, so I memorized it. Be more flexible. That's number 1. Number 2, I want to focus on my taxes. What I wrote down was, get your tax rebate. See how much money you can get back. I think that would be cool. I think I'm gonna get back some money in taxes. Number 3 is prepare for Europe trip. That includes buying all my flights, right? I'm gonna be going to 4 countries. Book my hostels, and pack. And I'm gonna learn Italian, German, and French. Okay. Yep. This is gonna be a fun week. 20 minutes. Shit.